Well, had a little accident. So the accident I had in my shop was actually when I was using this router table right here. It was when I was doing cabinet doors. The router bit I was using was it's a little bit bigger actually. You can see it here. It's a big bit. And I was actually using my Porter cable router. It's a little bit older of a router. And you can see this piece here. I had it cranked down to as tight as I thought I could get it, but it was just slightly too loose. And this portion right here actually gets mounted underneath your router table. Now, when this bit was spinning, it was vibrating so much, and this was just ever so slightly loose that the motor started rotating out of the base. And I actually noticed that when I was making cuts. I was paying attention to the router bit itself, and I saw that the router bit was actually slowly dropping in. So what I did is I quickly killed the power, which is probably one of the best things I could have done at that moment. Unfortunately, my natural instinct, I saw the router was still slipping through. So just natural tendency, I went to catch the router. And when I went to catch it, my finger accidentally caught this spinning router bit. So as I came under, I caught it, and this bit was spinning and caught me right here. And as you can see, the scar, it kind of went right around here, up and then down. So I got lucky. I didn't get the nail, nor did I get my joint. I just really got meat. And the blade was set to stop, so it was able to, it stopped before it really made a lot more damage. And it's a nice sharp router bit, so it made a nice clean cut, and they were able to kind of put it all together. So I wanted to share this with you because this is actually kind of what spiked me to do that safety video a little bit earlier. But I also just wanted to explain the accident that happened to me, so hopefully maybe you guys can avoid it in the future. Like I said, I was extremely lucky, and I didn't share this right away. I was able to get right back to work that day, stitched up and everything, but it was one of those wake-up calls that, one of those things that you don't think will ever happen to you in the shop can happen. So I hope by sharing this that I can help, save somebody else an accident. So if you're using that type of router, really make sure that that bit is, or that bolt is really cranked down tight. From now on, I fire it up. I let it run for a little bit. I put a test piece through, and just to make sure that everything's running well, and then I go ahead and start getting to work. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is actually adding a dust collection box. Not so much to collect dust, because my dust collection really pulls it away anyways. More for if that incident ever happens, if that box was there, I would never been able to grab the dropping router. So, all right, well, I hope this one was helpful for you. I hope I don't ever have to share an experience like this. But when you're out there in the shop, just be safe and just make dust.